matches, and things are very different, and it's all
100
about
Thieves kind of
who
game
came out on top
prepared.
in that band phase and who can outperform maybe in a
So
situation
let's see what
that doesn't
Dreamland
favor
runs
you.
here.
As we see, Jabori is going to be
The
on
Giants have a
that
lead right now.
Raccoon off the rip might just be for Pax. We'll see
Thursday Night
shortly
Football.
as we head to Celestial Husk.
Yep.
Domination again. You talked
the
about
best way to
domination
describe
being
it.
very much a mode that can be won by anyone, despite if you struggle. It's all about those team
Actually, the
fights.
Sunday
and
night
staying
game was really
consistent,
good.
Getting a successful
fun one.
portal if
The
available,
Bills one?
and making sure you don't overcommit
yeah,
ultimates,
that was
which
a
has
good
been
game.
the biggest flaw of some of these teams that have been knocked out so far. Just a little bit too much of an overcommitment that forces you to lose the next
Okay,
fight.
here we go.
And you brought up earlier it's best out of 5, right?
I think Dreamland needs to come out swinging here because
you
they don't want to start off too rough here against 100
and then
Thieves.
also on domination in general. I mean, I don't want to
see what Stinkers does.
Dreamland fans, but they've had
Yeah,
a rough
Stinkers
go
could go
right?
crazy here.
Take back look at the group
Yep.
stages again.
I like how they have
they've lost domination
Stinkers and
to
Chuckles.
All of the teams that are out
Stinkers
of the
and
tournament.
Chuckles.
They lost domination to Fire
That's
Stray.
the
They
duo
lost
right there.
domination to Odyssey,
Of
and they've had to
course.
reverse sweep on
Insane
best out of
dynamic
3.
duo.
So it's a little bit scary for Dreamland because the 100 Thieves are also very good at domination. The only team they lost to is Sentinels, who look to be a pretty solid team in domination as well, just losing to Envy, who was another top team. We'll see how
Here we
this
go.
bodes.
Ready to see how this
But
goes.
hopefully for Dreamland's sake, they can maybe get some value out of this Jeff combination with Chime, and Stinkers also getting Phoenix.
As we'll start up now, Vinny is going to be there on Venom. Venom does a great job of stalling this point with that middle segment.
Yeah,
So
everyone
Chuckles
likes to
will be
fight
doing
for
the
this
same.
rock.
This is
This
a
rock
very
is like a big
strong
deal
Venom
now.
and Venom will be seeing a little bit of a buff
Map
coming
control
up here
starts to
in
be
the next
more of a
match
thing.
with some
Yep.
of that anti-heal potential
Less of
out
the
the
just slam at the point, and more of the take map control and eventually win the team fight.
And they're
Yep.
going to force those cooldowns out. Vinny just looking at the strategist line, biding some time and space, and almost
That was funny
getting
on
the
Venom
point
there.
Good touch from the side of Dreamland to hold on. But
This
again,
point
nobody
especially, the teams do that all the
As
time.
both
It's
Venom's
funny.
doing
Yeah,
a
you just
dance
spin in
here, trying
circles.
to,
Yeah.
Make the teams look at each other. Valentina gonna find that pick on a
Oh,
Terra.
damn.
Chime
Dreamland,
on the
starting off
Millennia,
strong.
and now they're looking
Yeah.
up and potentially taking this
That's
point
a
as the
great
point is
start for
heavily
Dreamland.
looking in 100 Thieves' favor so far.
what they needed.
Mace, though, gonna
Slammed.
find Vinny, keep it going as Chuckles takes out TTK, and they will
Here we go,
get this
Chuckles.
A huge start in these neutrals.
Yep.
I think Dreamland
Chuckles
are doing
and
a good job
Stinkers going
collapsing,
crazy.
and also Mace shutting down that point, making sure TTK is never in a good spot. Ultimate's built up for 100 Thieves now. They switched Terra over to the Star-Lord. We saw Star-Lord permaban in the last series. So now we get to see him back on the Star-Lord, but in this traditional
Yeah, I remember
2-2-2
Terra was
style,
really good at
both
Star-Lord in
teams,
stage 1.
Are actually not playing that, rather, with Dreamland on that Jeff. And we'll see in this upcoming fight how they do with this Jeff. Is he going to get countered?
Wait
This
a
is Jeff.
second.
It doesn't even matter. Jibbery starts it off with Millennia going down.
That's a good start again for the side of Dreamland. With
This is exactly how Dreamland needed to start.
Rocket, which,
Holy crap, you can see what happened there.
Which is not only strong now, we'll be getting a 20% increase in damage in the next match while still maintaining that health. As we, for those who
Push them all the way
do
back.
remember, early seasons Rocket only had a damage boosting ultimate.
Yeah,
It did not
Sentinels
heal
lost.
you, and that has been recently changed, and now the numbers of that damage boost are going back
3
to
to
the
1.
original state. So big buff here for Rocket and the nerf.
What's that, like, vent
to
thing in the
Phoenix will
background
put
of that
him in a
image
better
right there?
spot. So likely we'll see
The
more
vent
play
thing?
of Rocket coming
a
up
giant
here
tube.
in ladder, and although he's
Oh, I don't know.
and in this level of
You'll
play.
see.
As we
You'll see
start
it from,
once more, Terra
I forgot whose
starting
point of view it
to
was, but you'll see.
legend. That is very close there on Mace, who was able to hold on, but Terra finds Valentina now.
Yeah, Terra was
100
really
trying
good
to
at
walk
this.
Forward up a number. Out we go with the
Backing
edge jab
away.
from Chime. Does that find value? Chime
Huge
is
spin.
very low. Terra gonna spin, but will it be enough damage? It is not for the moment. The spit goes
There it is.
out,
Oh,
and
no, they
nobody
skipped right
falls
by
there.
it.
Millennia gonna bring out the dance floor. Mace
I think it was on
trying to
Chime,
hold
though.
for
You'll
not
see.
long as TTK gets that pick, but 70% here for Dreamland.
I like
early
Stinker's
on
webcam
is a
right there.
Huge number in the first set of fights.
And they lose Jibbery, who does res Mace at the very least, right? So Mace back in the fight to stall
Big
out.
kill.
Ult's committed. Mace actually finds
Huge.
one.
I mean,
Stinker's
Dreamland
gonna
is
do another.
basically
Is that it right there?
Even through this
The
invisible
pipe?
boundary of Harvey,
Yeah,
two
yeah,
are
see that?
down.
Is that a?
And we're starting again.
You know what that might be? That
Chime
might be a
on his position. It
portable
looks like
AC.
the teams together here
It could be.
right
I
now.
just
You
I
can
haven't
see
seen
from
one
the
like
play
that. I
from
guess
the
I'm used to the
bottom, right up we
giant,
go. And
massive
some
ones that
bang lands
fall down
in,
the
does
stairs
not
and are
find
80
it.
pounds.
Mace
So
by Lena, Chuckles onto Harvey, and again Dreamland are looking lights out at 96%.
Yeah, I got one to think, though.
Can they take this and set the pace early on? Or will
Huge.
this portal come
Damn,
through?
no,
this is
they can-
exactly what Dreamland needed.
Yeah, a nice 100 to 0 to start. That's crazy.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, they got the kills. They're being aggressive too. They're not playing scared. That's just so important in these situations.
Yeah.
Keeping this momentum, gonna use this
Really good job. Wow, just a clean first point here for Dreamland.
Stinker's just running them down.
I know.
Dreamland may be able to do this right now.
Dude, Chuckles is laughing over there about that.
Excuse me,
So you
Chuckles
could say he's
decides to
chuckling.
Hold on, and that is
Yep.
map 1 Dreamland against 100 Thieves.
We've heard the fan base of Dreamland say, don't give Mace the Emma Frost. And, well, at the current moment, we're seeing why. These neutrals. Dreamland has looked so impressive. Some of the most impressive
Nice.
games we've seen in the neutrals, right? In terms of ultimates, 100 Thieves had the,
they're kinda
pretty much
rolling.
the pick of the litter, right? They could do whatever
bad.
they want. And that was brutal. I mean, the dives coming out from Dreamland on these flank angles. Thinkers is doing so much. He's leveled up 9,000 damage from him.
I like the accuracy on Chime. It's pretty nice.
I mean, this was beautiful from Dreamland.
Oh, nice. I see it.
Up 100 Thieves are going to be, you know,
Stinkers got 9k damage already. It's crazy.
Have to come back. They're mixing
Holy
up those
crap.
They're putting Djalia onto that Adam Warlock. They're having Terra still play that Star-Lord. So maybe with this more front-to-back style,
let's see if they can keep that going here.
Where 100 Thieves is
kind of a different map, right? A lot of different map.
Play front-to-back style and just rely on good support play to stay alive. We'll see if they can actually capitalize off of Dreamland to make this dive comp look beautiful.
Yeah, Stinkers and Chuckles. They got it. Yeah, they're the duo.
Play there as the kidnap is being set up. That is why these walls will be prematurely set, and they're looking for anyone potentially in the back line. And again, you click that button, and it's almost instantaneous. Team gonna fully commit through it instead. Come in heavy now. Stinkers with the walls up, trying to find a pick. Still not able to do so, but yes, they do now. As
and they actually pulled it off.
Again, Emma does
I know.
great in those neutral battles there.
This is a good star fight there.
Finds one onto Millennia. Potentially off mapping here is Chime, as it is a flyer, so you likely have to commit with it. Unless it's
oh, we got it.
Which it is fast enough from Chime onto Millennia, and that is another pick. Dreamland looking.
I mean, this has been an excellent. I mean, I would not have predicted this.
Yeah, they look really strong right now.
Djalia had to drop 2 for it. Sorry, Shib,
they're just really aggressive. They're not giving them any like space, and that's so huge in these matchups, especially when you're considered like the underdog.
Yeah,
like you don't let the other team just take the advantage of that. Like you gotta play the same way they would.
You know, they're playing, especially they're playing into the triple support. Like they don't want to play sustained fights. They just want to run them down.
That's exactly what they're doing. Because like you could easily try to play it safe when you have that like first team fight win. They are not doing that. They're playing that risk reward style in a good way. Like I would not know you see a Grudel here in a second. Like they're gonna be aggro.
Right.
First fight already 20% on, holding them near spawn. Try to buy time, and this could be
the best way to do it.
Prison opportunity or eye from Chuckles or Stinkers.
Yeah, there it is. There's the ult.
It's brutal, and they kicked 2 of them down below too. Oh,
again, it's risk reward, but it's worth.
Well, they got the res actually. Oh, I think they're dead
I want a
though.
Grudel.
And they're sort of like constantly at the moment. They go for the pick. Oh my goodness. Terra, 3
That's a lot of ults.
Impact. Might as well make it 4.
I still love the aggression though.
Beautiful job from him.
I still love the aggression.
Dreamland. Off of those, it was
I think did they TP back too? I think they TP'd back to keep that fight going even longer.
They could have.
I think.
To react in a bit of an uncomfortable way.
So they swapped off Jeff.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, we see some Wolverine.
Yeah,
I think it was Stinkers who TP back. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure.
And that is again a very strong pick into groups.
Logan over here,
like Angela on certain maps that does find success with those pulls.
Yeah, the wolf is really scary versus the group. Maybe we're just trying to kidnap him.
Have you seen that movie yet?
Wolverine?
Just Logan?
No, I saw Deadpool Wolverine.
Dude, Logan is such a good movie. Actually, the beginning of that movie will kind of let you understand how that Logan's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. I know what you're talking about then.
Bye.
As Elena is forced into this off angle in building. Ton of damage goes out as May starts off with the Sonic Seduction.
It's an early ults. I don't think they're gonna get anything off of that. Oh wait, they actually got a kill. Oh, gets res.
Getting rezzed, yeah, but still though, I mean, even a kill there is gonna give a little bit of momentum and map control. So I don't really know the ults are gonna go, but
the rocket ult comes out.
Yeah, they kill the other one, so they have the rocket ult advantage. But
I'm not sure if the Wolverine is actually going to work out here.
Yeah, this is looking great. I mean, they're stalling.
Like they can't really do anything other than just they can't do anything other than just flail at the tanks. Like they're and Wolvus has gotten nerfed quite a bit, so he's like not as scary.
Instead of Luna Snow, 100 Thieves didn't get the combination off, and then
just kind of just went and W keyed into the enemy team and died.
Yeah, that's the tricky.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think with the Wolverine, I think this is what this goes back to what we were saying earlier. They just want to play that aggressive strategy. They just want to be aggro, so they don't want to sit here in that poke like you said. So they just be really quick.
And they're up one right now.
Oh, there you go. Oh wait, is this gonna be the?
Oh!
There it is.
That's big. Whenever they go to spectate the mags, they're in like the third person view. You know what I mean? Like it's not like not like the first person, third person. It's like a different one.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, Logan's a good movie.
They do.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Shipped up from 100
It's like it's a very different vibe, but it's good.
That's the terrifying part is that Dreamland wins Celestial Vault, then onto Celestial Hand. They get you with a cheese play, get 50% of the board, but they stayed steady. They came back and they put Djalia over to Phoenix. That's kind of where Djalia shines.
All right.
I think that Djalia
much better
is
recovery there by 100
sort of
Thieves. I wonder
aimers
if
in the game,
like Dreamland just like switching right away was like
seriously insane.
maybe they could have stuck with what they were starting with, but it's hard to call.
what
Do you ever make that
version
swap
of
sometimes way too
He was a
quick?
big reason with these
When you're
pickups,
playing like
these
even in
1v1s
ranked,
with,
where you'll make like a
Chime,
swap like way too quick, and then in
Sneakers
hindsight
now
you're like,
over to
damn, I
Phoenix
probably should have
instead.
waited. Like,
Yeah, like you're like, oh, this is the right play. I'm gonna
Heroes
swap. It's like, you know, I could have probably waited a little longer. Like,
yeah, you could have
listen.
waited longer, give it a couple more team
Many
fights.
times
Yeah,
living
Yeah.
as well from Stinkers on
yeah,
the
I do that side. It's just a
Wolverine, so
hindsight thing after you're like, yeah, you know what? I kind of gave up on that too quickly.
I mean, there's a very easy way to tell, my friend. The way to tell is
works, though.
one of them says 24/7, the other one doesn't. You
Highlight
know.
Wolverine plays until that last series.
I kind of
we
like how they do
saw
this with the spawn rooms, kind of like
on,
splitting them in half
Convoy.
and showing them going out the doors together. It's kind of cool.
They're gonna have Vinny back on the Groot again, and we know this
Little
team
thing
can play
sometimes.
this front to back style
Love good
to a high
production.
level as long as the Lena setups on these flanks with the Luna Snowflake.
We got to pause.
Yeah, looks like there will be that psionic for the side of Dreamland as we are heading into Codex again. A 1-to-1 situation here on Domination. And like we said, buddy, we jump in here. The match is getting tight, and it would be a huge trend set here for Dreamland to take home this first
keep looking.
map.
You might find him
Start
soon.
up once more. A lot of alts available here for 100 Thieves, and just a few available here for Dreamland.
All right,
As
they're
you'll
back
see
in. That was
Djalia,
quick.
Vinny, Terra, and Harvey available on 100 Thieves throughout this fight, whereas Mace, Valentina,
what?
and Gibbery potentially chime to later on in the fight to try to match that back. But this is a very strong Jeff map if you're
There
able
it
to
is.
make it
Ooh,
happen.
going up into the air. Love to
The
see
big
it.
shift up is putting, like you mentioned, him on the Jeff, but Djalia
Wow.
finds him early.
Chime just
Oh,
fell
geez,
over.
and Sneakers back over to Phoenix at the very least, but it's already starting off in a horrible way for Dreamland, losing their Jeff that early.
It's another
Yeah.
of those very strong group maps where there are those
Lost
tight
two.
lines where you can shut them down
Yeah,
with one or
just
two
a
walls
tough
and
team
completely
fight.
shut off angles from the back line. Harvey's gonna bring out the Sia. Terra.
Again.
Do we see more?
They come with the Rocket ult, the Groot ult, and the Jet and the Bucky ult, and
Yep.
he just cuts through it.
Again, Terra is gonna find multiple with
Damn.
this Kraken impact. Absolutely lights out with this hero and just consistently popping off after that switch.
I don't think we see a lot of teams really just be able to make this 2-2 work so well. And the 100 Thieves is very unique in this sort of style. Maybe only like a VP is another 2-2.
I mean, that was
sort
just
of
unlucky
team
for Dreamland. They
sometimes.
lost somebody right
100
away,
Thieves,
so
though, they
Yeah.
should be
able to-
advantage with the putting the lead on Phoenix, a very aim
They might be able to
hero,
take
and
this
then Terra on
team
his
fight if
Bucky
they
and
slow it down. But
Ooh,
Terra's
someone
getting
was
one
one
shot
up there.
on that hero, but
Yeah, it was
Sneakers gonna
Terra.
have to go huge for Dreamland.
Chime gets the
This is
pick. Oh,
Ooh.
there you go. That's a huge pick.
Chime finding Djalia.
Do they have the res
early to
available?
get
That answers
back.
my
Could be a
question.
good
All right,
start,
there you go.
But that res comes through from Harvey. Team going
Oh, slam dunked on again.
Yeah, that's basically the way you deal with Jeff now, is just your mag saves ult, and then you just pop it the second he pops his ult, and you just hit him in the forehead.
Good counter though by Dreamland, but they basically kept him as a land shark.
Yep.
Good job though by Dreamland.
Yeah,
They did flip it.
they did take it back.
Yeah, that's a
I think they lost
reasonable
Djalia
flip, too.
early again. That's like kind of their
taking the brunt of TDK's ult, one of the
big
stronger ults
win
as
condition
well.
is killing him.
Tough part with Jeff is that
I feel like these teams have a very risk-reward playstyle, which is the bad. It's like they're willing to be more aggressive on their play. They don't play that, like,
nowadays people
slow
are
it down
sort
for
of
a while.
reacting to it well. We saw that Meteor M come out. But Dreamland, understanding they have the ult advantage, sort of just press forward off of Chime's early.
The funny thing is you guys are all memeing with the 24/7 channel, but like you guys don't understand how often I open that channel, and like I see someone who's like trying to like shit talk me or something, and like, dude, it's so funny. Like someone's like someone will say some dumb shit like, oh, you think you're so smart, or you know things about the game, or you don't know anything, blah 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 blah. They're talking to a VOD, and like they'll try to like insult my intelligence, but they're talking to a video.
Yep, there it is.
And it says 24/7 VOD channel
Dreamland
on
gets
it.
the pick again.
And it's like,
Stinkers.
it's so fucking
Holy
funny.
crap.
Do you know what I
Saw that play
mean?
from a
Because it's like,
mile away.
think about it. They're so confident that like, I'm an idiot or I'm wrong and they're smart. And they're arguing with me in the past, you know?
Holy crap.
And it's like, it's so funny. God, I should start taking screenshots of them.
The largest thing for Dreamland, honestly, is the roster control.
Look at Dreamland's ultimates, too.
Yeah, Dreamland's looking pretty damn good here.
In terms of his overall
I know.
mechanics. He has been grinding the game nonstop.
100
and you
Thieves
can see
is what got Maggle, that's it.
You're pretty much gonna have to just get like an individual pick right now, which you're capable of. But actually, look at they kind of swapped up there.
Hang on, I gotta solve a puzzle. It's been 5 hours for TikTok.
Oh, that's your fault.
It was a horse. I just solved the horse puzzle.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You notice they put Terror on, like they swapped Terror out to like the off of Star-Lord and played things differently now. Adam. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they swapped to the triple. Oh no, they're actually no, they're not on triple. They're on Adam Rocket. What?
Yeah, they kind of swapped up what they were doing. So we'll see if that maybe they can recover with that. They don't have res or anything right now though. Kappa's gonna just kind of.
Maybe that's what they're hoping for is like a late res to keep them in the fight.
They're at 88.
Oh, that's a dead fish.
Oh, that is. Okay, there's the res, but now,
he has res, though.
I mean, Djalia's really close. Or Djalina, sorry if I get it wrong. Yeah, now the res is available, so now they can be more aggro, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And now he's on to Millennia.
And then now they have the res. So like they're gonna flip the point, and then they'll have. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you, 100 Thieves Ultra looks good. Chuckles gets the pick though. Probably has the self res, but still you don't want to.
Right, that was huge plays from 100 Thieves.
That's Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy composition to have Warlock, Rocket. It was very much for the touch, but now they're kind of locked into that comp, but that res is available for Djalia, and it could be huge. But again, this is that conversation we
Gus has decided to move from his bed back to the left side again.
That's fun.
He just wants to change in the scenery.
Launch that
He's vibing. I love that for Gus.
Play here onto Chime. Chime not quite available with
time for an ultimate soon.
Trying to distract, but
yeah, this is his last team fight for both. I mean, on paper, 100 Thieves has the advantage, but we thought Dreamland did too. So, well, Chime goes down immediately. They're gonna take advantage of this too. They're not gonna give him any space.
And that's an insane pickoff, right? 83% on the board.
Just gonna chase the cap down. No,
100 Thieves are building up ultimates, and you know every single time the HF comes out, TDK is there with the Meteor M. We're 10% away. Dreamland's don't have ults yet either.
They can't do anything. They're just gonna have a slap fight.
I mean, already on Jeff again in the backline with not much. I mean, has the self heal obviously, but like.
Yeah, I like that follow-up.
Yeah,
I think
that's a really hard. That's basically like an even fight. You can't really kill each other, you know. You just kind of run.
Yeah, keep him out of the fight. There's the ultimate. Doesn't get anybody just yet. Now, obviously, they're gonna play for the res a little bit more now. They get the pick. Stinkers gets a huge pick to start.
Yep, Stinkers gets one. That's the res, though.
Yep, there's the res.
And now they can run in with cap ult. Double cap ults. Everyone's assembling.
Yep. And they have Mag ult soon too. But Chime does have ult soon in a second. So the Chime can get a good ult off, maybe.
Chuckles is running.
Yep. And still holding on there from Harvey, who doesn't fall either. I mean, they're also gonna have, I was gonna say, Invisible Woman ult. Yeah.
Oh, TTK gets real low. Oh, he goes down. They don't have the TP back. Oh, he gets res, actually.
They have a Luna coming back now. But they get the kill on the Millennia. And there goes Jeff the Land Shark.
Big heat.
Chime gets the Luna.
Oh, he goes down.
This communication to stay on point has been unreal.
Yeah. 100 Thieves is one of those teams that's been together for so long that like you can tell their synergy is insane.
I think Dreamland's about to take this map. I don't think anybody predicted that. Holy crap.
Oh, the TP back. It's not over yet.
TP back, but I mean, do they have anything? I just don't know if they can.
They have each other. Oh, the counter TP.
That wasn't enough.
Wow. Dreamland wins map 1. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody would have predicted that. I mean, maybe they would have. But I thought 100 Thieves were gonna have a good run there on that one. But hey, only one map, of course. They can make adjustments and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom pretty quickly while we
potentially for Dreamland just because they.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Point to 100 Thieves. 100 makes sense. We've seen teams prioritize Emma Frost on this map too today. A lot. 100 Thieves, though, do get to play that Doctor Strange.
Strange save.
We've seen that done by many teams so far in the tournament. We'll see if Dreamland
follows
suit. At the moment, though, you know, Dreamland in 100 Thieves, this is going to be a super interesting one, Chip. Because
this is because it's this map. They're going to spawn hold.
These sort of convoy maps.
Oh, okay.
So they want the Strange to TP back, for sure.
They completely dominate
that makes
or it's
sense.
close as hell, right? Like, there's no flip in either way for 100 Thieves. This team always sort of
no sound from Gooseman? Oh, I moved. I don't live there anymore.
Turn means they tend to fight.
I hope he didn't follow me.
Very well versus a lot of the top teams, but can they get there, right? Can they beat Dreamland today? Is going to be a
Jeff saved Jeff Van.
Squad.
Yeah, the old shine bright or burn out.
Emma ban, Emma save.
There, I do agree. It's difficult to say they struggle in this mode because you're right. Sometimes they just absolutely roll. It's all about momentum with this team, and this is a team that definitely can play off that momentum. And we have seen them do it at the top level. And even
tell us more about today's sponsors, Marvel Rivals.
But yeah, I mean the lock-in again for me.
Want us to watch some Marvel Rivals Ignite, which we're doing now.
Got a ton of value
Thanks so much for Rivals.
matchup, and again, it's the first ban out. But Mantis is now being allowed through.
So they're letting them have that like Emma again too.
Yeah. Trying to find their footing with those,
so
you know, that
and they protect the torch. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
That's
very interesting.
More of a known fact. Makes it easier for them to ban out things that.
Because they said they were confident with the Emma, and they've had the
Mantis later on in the ban phase instead of banning out early.
We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Some great points to bring up, Shib, and you know, 100 Thieves, they are prioritizing, you know, keeping Djalia on the Phoenix potentially, as well as they do get to play that.
I guess we'll see.
You know,
they're on attack first, so they're gonna play the torch, and they're probably gonna play
the. So, you know, we'll see what
they're
gonna
play the
do on their
Phoenix.
attacking side is more than likely.
Because they're gonna just try to dive in the back line,
composition
break
that
out the
we
spawn hold.
know and love. At least I do. I know a lot.
Makes
of people
sense. Yeah, I mean those that spawn hold in this map was ridiculous. It almost feels like multiple spawn holds because like you have to get through that other
and
like
I mean,
turn.
one thing I'm curious about it, we've seen a lot of kind of fall to the wayside of the anti-triple strategy composition where it was more Storm.
They keep banning Jeff.
You know,
I mean,
Punisher taking a little bit of a backseat.
Honestly, on this map, I mean, I don't even want to play Jeff for that invisible wall in the back.
From these teams, at least it's just
no, it's this map.
Just a comfort pick. We've seen some of these teams, even Rad, who have a really strong, you know, Moon Knight player that can walk through some of these points. But I'm curious. It seems like people are
I miss Moon Knight.
trying to power through the triple comp.
He's actually pretty strong right now, at least in ranked.
And as we see here,
I saw a team pick him once because they were getting, I think, spawn held, and he just went.
Yeah, I mean,
he just went
for Dreamland.
We have 2 right clicks now, so you just throw an Ankh at their backline, double right click, and someone will fall over.
Yeah, that character's always funny. It's just the sounds for me. Okay, this is the map. Okay, this is the map.
Right in Mace.
Yeah, here's the invisible wall map. Good luck
Now
to Chime.
over to Emma Frost, a lot of more main tank flexibility has been Mace in the current esports scene. So at the current moment, 100 Thieves, they already take down Gibbery, going for that.
Benny with an immediate pick. Holy crap.
Benny gets one right off the bat.
Quick, I believe crystals were still available. They might have been
They're saying an Envy Sentinels matchup in the corner. Holy crap.
Yep.
They moved it 60 meters, and that was a win.
Yeah, they get the torch and the venom, so they're probably just diving someone, and then the torch is also shooting them at the same time, and they just explode.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 100 Thieves says you gotta do better than that, right? You gotta be able to protect Gibbery. He's the guy that should be able to dodge around, you know, play low-key, evasive. At the current moment, sitting above is Terra, understanding where 100 Thieves want to take the fight. What do you do?
That's gross.
That is a huge pick early on and going to show the power.
Now I tried flipping it, but like you can just kind of. Yep.
Again,
I was gonna say, holy crap!
It's a double headshot.
As terrifying Shime, TTK onto Chuckles now, and they're
oh my god, it's literally just all headshots.
Terra onto Valentina, TTK onto Mace.
You can't even do anything against that.
Bored, brother. Have you never experienced tiredness before in your whole life?
From Chuckles to buy
they dominated.
To stop point 1.
And they need some answers. Here's Stinker's going to be on Phoenix.
Still, Jesus.
Shields come out. Can anybody even touch in time? The answer is no. We're heading to second phase. And like you mentioned, Terra has been terrifying on Human Torch. He's consistently banned.
Yeah, this is why a lot of teams be banning out Torch all the time. Letting him have it is kind of crazy.
He's given the hero and how many times he's made the other team pay.
It seems like they're just like trading off of like Dreamland wants to play the Emma, and they're letting them the Emma, they're letting them play Torch, but it doesn't seem like a good idea thus far.
And then getting a ton of value on Torch.
Wait, who's Strange out?
Great timing there from TTK to try
to kind of get him a little bit low there. Gets the ults out.
From the side on the side of Valentina, but
I haven't seen this part of the map in a while. After watching the last few.
Retreat backwards. Terra is going to force out that nobody is gone. Out we go with the Ensong Inferno here from Djalia.
Yep, this is an alt dump. Everybody's hitting buttons. I
feel
like 100 Thieves have a slight advantage right now with what they have up, though. Yeah.
Even though the damage boost was just a little bit too late there. TTK finds Chuckles. And
all right, Dreamland's going to try to go for this Jeff play, but
4 minutes and 17 on the clock.
And a big change up 100 Thieves have done,
they're kind of just rolling
since the last series, even though they did lose it, is putting Djalia more on the Phoenix, right, in these 2-2-2 styles. It's tough because Djalia also has a good Phoenix, but you could tell Djalia's a lot more.
And you can go for the Jeff ult, but it feels like when 100 Thieves
Ultron necessarily, he also
like sees that Jeff ult, they just annihilate Jeff.
It's nice to see him.
Yeah, it's even harder though. This
they don't have any ults, but in neutral. Oh my god,
Mace just dies.
Yeah, that's the
And
part where you
Tara's
go,
gonna
I'm a
take out
tank.
Jibbery again. These teams with these 1-2 right now. 100 Thieves just finding these neutral picks almost at every single fight.
Must have just been getting hard
Momentum is
pressure. Their
heavily
backline
in
just
their favor.
didn't have
You gotta
time.
get back on Dreamland. You gotta
Ooh.
reset. You gotta come in.
Stinkers
and
has
find
been
some
hitting
picks.
some
There is
shots.
the
I will
pick to
say
start
that.
this off as Tara goes down.
Yeah.
Stinkers gonna try to put some damage out on Vinny, who's not able to grapple
Yeah,
out.
I mean, that
Forces
might
out
be
more cooldowns.
kind of a
So, yeah,
disengaged
Stinkers with some
moment
great
now because
shots
Torch
here.
was doing a lot of, like,
Progressing forward, and out goes the itch
plays
check
there.
from
So let's see how this
Shine,
goes with
and
this
that
Jeffo.
will find some success here.
Oh, he
And
gets
potentially
one.
Oh, yeah.
off
I mean,
unless the
it has the numbers
jump
advantage
is a
anyway. Look at
pretty
the
good
kill
counter to
feed.
Jeff if it's
Yeah.
double, unless the speed's too much. He's gonna buy more time. The jump is not available, and that is a pick there. Well done on tracking cooldowns from Chai.
Good job.
Yeah, unfortunately for 100 Thieves, despite their pickoffs in the neutral, mainly Stinkers just able to take down his counterpart.
Mostly
or at least take down
Stinkers,
Tara in
true.
that fight, and that sort of gave him the edge. You need
Yeah,
Tara
first point.
alive
I think
in
they wanted to
these two styles to
create
win.
3 team
You
fights
can't
and
really ever
everything,
come
too.
back via sustain due to the fact you're not playing a triple stratus composition.
I mean, Dreamland has that
Dreamland trying to up the pace, make sure 100 Thieves get some bad ultimates
Luna
off.
Snow ultimate coming up here.
Chuckles setting up for the engagement here. This is a very strong Venom point on
What
defense.
is ult?
Just keep
I feel
using
like it was
that
really
wall to
early.
your
A lot
advantage.
happening.
You always initiate with a wall climb dive.
It's a
and then
really
use
early Phoenix
your
ult.
swing to get out. Those who are working
Must have
on
been a
Venom,
call to
keep
be
that
really aggressive and
process
then
in
just
mind.
didn't go as planned.
Going to be starting now,
Maybe.
using the
I wonder if it
silence
was a
to jump
survival
right from
thing
the
because
shooter
like you
for too much to
go into
bear
like the bird
from the
form,
side
you
of
know.
TTK.
I guess it could be that too,
Not
just a
having to commit
really
to
quick
any
reactionary
cooldowns.
one,
Vinny,
like,
though, gonna find
just to save.
Chuckles
Yeah.
in that
All right, here's the
fight
Luna
on
ult.
that
This is
line.
they kind of counter with both
Still
right now.
got forward.
So
Jibbery is getting chased here by a ton.
They one shot through the Luna ult.
From Vinny,
Yep.
under with the Feast of the Abyss, with using that damage from Ensong Inferno, or that damage from Ensong Inferno. That timing was wild. Really well done in a more coordinated play by 100 Thieves there.
For sure.
Yeah, the Venom
really
one-shot
playing
play
well
is
this series,
crazy.
Even though they lost round number 1, we'll see he's
Like, just
waiting
sits
over
up
the
here.
top
Like, I love
side
how
for the
nobody
perfect
even
dive.
sees that.
Obviously,
Like, it's
waiting
just-
out those stratus ults
Nah,
with
no one ends up
Element
looking.
balls
I
using
never
the
see it.
Dreamland
Yeah.
side. Last time
It's hard to
Chuckles
clear
was dealt with
sometimes
by
when you have to
100
retake
Thieves.
out of a
Can they
doorway.
deal with them again
Yep.
as well as
Like, it's just
Stinkers
so hard to, like,
Like
get the
having to
focus
look
on
up
each thing.
above you.
And I love
It's almost like you need somebody to
game
clear
decisions.
it. Like, you need to, like, communicate, like,
Some of these people
someone to clear it
smell
out.
on the screen, if you will, like I do. When I'm playing the game, you just get so immersed.
Gamers don't look up.
Yeah, your face is essentially touching the screen. I love it. But here we go.
Explains why not many people go high ground.
Trying to make a play again. Eye of Agamotto
You
is
don't?
the launch. Does find one, but it is matched right back with the
Oh.
He just explodes.
What they do. TTK finds Shine
Stepped on him like a
Tara.
bug
He's
right
gonna
there.
get picked as well onto Chuckles. TTK. Stinkers finds Millennials.
Still ended up being a decent second point for Dreamland after a terrible first.
Yeah.
So, like, they have that going for them, but...
Oh, they're still going for it, actually. They have ults.
Yeah, actually, they are. I think they're willing to pop the ultimate. Their spawns are close enough to, like, try to go for it. They got
Yeah,
to
they're
keep
TPing
being
back.
Yeah, they're committed. Yeah, I mean, they got to kill, so good play.
Ooh, I thought Delano was going to try to use his ult there, but he wanted to get saved by Harvey. Him going down was kind of big. The stall from Dreamland's been huge.
Yeah.
They lose Valentina. Jibbery
They do
can
trade a little
maybe
bit, though,
build
because
that
they get the
dance
kill
floor
onto
because
Strange,
TTK
so...
goes down.
And then they get the
Stinkers
backline pressure here. This is pretty good.
Pressured out the backline of 100 Thieves.
I think they're going to...
And they force their
Hold for a
backline
little
now.
Yeah, I bet I called that early. I thought it just looked... Yeah, I love that aggression.
Worked out.
You have Luna Snow versus... You have Luna ultimates. You're going to have Emma ult, so...
The last to fall in the fight, there will be no portal play back. So we are in final fight territory.
Final fight after that horrible first is pretty damn
I was
good.
going to say, like, good for Dreamland. Like, it's... not many people probably expected this, so...
And this is
Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't
Don't forget what happened to Sentinels, though. This map's really hard to attack.
Yes. Oh, I trust me. I don't lose track of that one. I mean, early pick right away on the Terror, by the way.
Yeah, they can just start walking. They're going for it.
And
Yeah, they're gonna force out the L. Now they have the timing too on their own Luna Snow ultimate. They can just pop in like 2 seconds.
Can they get them off point for
Yep.
long
Now they have the advantage. Oh, but they lose
Oh, wait.
Stinkers.
They lose Stinkers. Grabbed out
Oh,
of
they
it.
have to pop the ult now, and Terra's gonna be back in time for this now because of that. You're gonna have Terra get back with a big piece of these team fights. There's the crude ultimate. There's the back line.
Oh, Chuckles just whiffed his ult. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
That was a whiff of all whiffs. Oh, that
Sometimes you
was...
just miss an ultimate, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just go, wow.
Oh, yeah, that was painful.
Back on a Groot and good things happen.
listen,
the team
sometimes you just miss
deals with
ults,
those
okay?
backline
It happens.
flankers.
I get it.
They deal with that Agamotto coming out soon.
I get it.
Yeah, you shut
They're just a
down
series of
TTK's
unfortunate events.
Agamotto.
Losing Stinkers
But then he
first,
comes
and
back
then
helps
Yep.
peel off
they
Dreamland
couldn't
here.
kill
Our
TTK
team
even though he
moves
was
up. They put Chuckles
anti-healed
back
and he was
now
slammed to the
instead.
ground.
I don't know.
And
I'm a little
then
scared of the moment as Dreamland is
with the
100
ult,
Thieves. This is
so.
kind of their matchup, and for Dreamland, they weren't even
Well,
taking
let's see how this third
advantage
point
when they
goes.
had Chime back on this.
100 Thieves have
onto, the
couple ultimates coming up.
So
Dreamland fame.
now over to this Bucky. We'll see what Dreamland
Yeah,
can
Strange
do.
ult could be
but
huge.
For 100 Thieves, they still have Terra on the torch in the sky.
Yeah, I think the idea here is to shut down Vinny a little bit, who, as you had said, is playing very well. That was a massive ultimate for that point.
All right, it's ult dump time again. Let's see some buttons hit.
No, all the buttons are getting hit all right.
The strange ult's going to be.
Here we go now.
The buttons are buttoning.
Time goes down immediately.
That's going to allow Vinny to walk forward very aggressively.
Could have been unlucky for Chime at times. Ooh, I like this flank.
That's a big ult. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of that ult, but he's going to TP the doors, and they might be able to just stop it. It looked like he missed.
I can't tell.
I think he missed the door.
Yep.
He did miss.
It went a little bit too, like, on the, like, went up a little bit almost.
No, the up, I think, is just a visual bug. The one on the other side is the one that missed.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then. Well, now it's just going to come down to this. I mean, they won't have the TP back, so.
Yeah, they don't have the ult.
The Luna Snow ultimate here. There it is. Double Luna Snow ultimates. About a 1 second advantage for 100 Thieves. Valentina's coming up soon, though, with Cloak and Dagger ultimate. That's going to be great to have here. I mean, they're not going to have much to go. Looks like we're coming back and seeing a Wolverine coming back here in a minute, if I'm seeing that correctly.
I think Groot ult.
Yep, huge Groot ult. I mean, it looks like Dreamland is going to hold third, which I mean, I can't complain about that, right? I mean, worst comes to worst, they don't win the map, but not bad.
Dreamland. I mean,
Yeah.
holy crap. Second phase of the map shift where they just held for basically 2.5 to 3 minutes. Kind of won them the series, but towards the end, I mean, you're wondering, okay, you know, why are we seeing that Dreamland Prison alongside the Kraken Impact through strategy results? It's very hard to get those eliminations, but they're relying heavily in that case of Terra living, right? Terra comes down from the sky trying to go for that one shot, but gets shut down by Dreamland with excellent target focus.
I have a feel, yeah, I think 100 Thieves could potentially hold this,
you know,
like full hold.
It's not pretty from Dreamland. It's
this first point is scary.
very messy because that's still quite far that 100 Thieves got shit.
That's what happened. I mean, if we went to how the other map we saw.
This is an absolute
so we'll
back
see.
and forth game between both of these teams.
Yeah, honestly, just some insanely clutch plays there on point two. I think Dreamland's defensive position on two was disgusting until that final fight where TTK gets that.
But if you're on the TikTok side, I want to come down to 2 chats because I am big tired, and reading 3 chats is just too hard. And yeah, if you're on TikTok side, come to Twitch or YouTube. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.
That portal to get back as TTK was on that strange, but now you are going to see the.
I feel like this right here is going to be a very
talked about in the past, a very insanely
how Dreamland
translates very
their first
well
team
to
fight will
Warlock,
indicate
who's
how this is going to go.
Seeing place in the meta, so a good transition on somebody who is a duelist main, able to play a strategist well, and just kind of translates it perfectly with that kid.
And it's interesting, 100 Thieves, if we take a look at them right at the roster, picking up Nuck, and
I'm ready to see.
You know, today he's not even playing, right? So it's very interesting to see that Millennia sort of come in as that sub and has been a mainstay of this roster. We'll see if things change, obviously, moving forward, but 100 Thieves obviously very happy with their current setup of their squad.
All right.
Yeah, and just for a lore perspective, Millennia was actually a duelist as well. And
Wolf was actually a pretty nice pick here too, actually.
Been openly admitting that in interviews, so very,
he's gonna get res though. Oh, never mind, they killed it.
Yeah, just in time.
Get a ton of value. One pick goes down.
Well, normally they don't actually put it in that room. They put it in the next room.
Is going to be here on the Wolverine, dealing a ton of damage.
Well, that was a good find then, honestly. Maybe they thought they were going to do like a really good spawn hold close, so they just felt like that was a fine spot.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. But good first team fight. I mean, that was exactly what they're looking for. They got good ult charge coming out of that. I mean, this is going to be an interesting retake here from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I wonder what the
they're already TPing.
First fight, triple composition.
Try to make it 2 fights.
Very good. Usually they actually get a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Or try to make it 3 fights actually.
Oh, did they have the Groot ult? Gotta get a redemption Groot ult here.
To stave off 100 Thieves.
Okay, I say that was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Apparently they lost their Luna Snow though, but they traded.
Valentina going to be taking out Harvey. Numbers evened out in terms of strategists, but as I say that, Millennia going to bring back Harvey instantly with that. Right back to point. Chime trying to find this off angle here onto Delena.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Delena trying to make
damage. What was it?
Did you hear like a
some nice damage, but Vinny onto Valentina trades another strategist, both of which are down again, but 100 Thieves.
I think I'm losing it.
Dreamland are holding on to 4 ultimates. Question is, who will get more value? We'll find out in this fight.
I mean, how's Millennia just lived that whole time? I mean, this guy is being so sneaky on the Rocket Raccoon, diving, dashing.
Oh, grabbed him down from the sky. Oh my god.
That was sick. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, res.
Oh, yep.
And we'll start up again. Harvey going to commit the boundary. Djalia's res it out. Terra back in the fight now.
It's kind of worth.
Again, alt only available for Dreamland.
No, chat, you heard it too? Okay, I'm not losing it.
Good focus here.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just was
rebuild.
there
That was disgusting. A lot of shots land on a very difficult target to land on in that Human Torch. Chuckles.
Someone's in my PC.
Trying to build that all quickly. Out goes that eye.
That's a big ult.
Could have been me ticking or something. I don't think it was.
No, it definitely was not you. You were talking at the same time.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Chime and Stinker's going to take out 2, and now 100 Thieves need to try to retake onto point 3 if they're able. Feast of the Abyss comes out. Chime going to find
think they're going to take this, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah,
no, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't like the same type of like, you know, one that 100 Thieves had, but like wasn't that much of a difference.
TP team the 20 months.
Was a little bit quicker, but that was still a huge attack by Dreamland. Stinker's opening it up, shutting down Terra in the sky on Wolverine. We've seen that a lot on Central Park, I feel like. Terra, of all people,
they weren't really playing the
shuts down those flying characters.
goats hole past the first fight, so, you know,
but can they keep it up?
did he just right-click him out of the sky? That was crazy. Their comp here for the Venom comp is kind of scary.
Put it in a bit of a safer spot. We'll see if he wants to do that or to chuck it out. Maybe use it to buy some eyes for the squad as Chuckles.
Let's see.
Also, training prison combination coming up.
Yeah, there it is. They're going for it now. He just has to swing out right away, though.
Dreamland has so many ults here, though. Like, 100 Thieves has a couple, but like they're, you know, a few seconds away from everything else. So there's a timing for Dreamland. I don't know if they'll really be able to do anything with it.
Huge. Oh my god.
Chuckles.
Chuckles going crazy.
What was that play?
Wait, watch this.
If possible, and that will be the case. Djaliah trying to make a play here. Valentina tracking that though. Will Djaliah be able to get this play? Good positioning here by Valentina.
Yeah, because he was just gonna go for res, and so Valentina was waiting with the window. So like, if he went for res, he was gonna hit him with the window, so he takes more damage, and then just kill him.
Vinny and Terra, they're gonna try to clutch.
See Terra right there, get the, that was sick.
As well, you found 2 in the neutral somehow. Could make it more.
Wow. Millennia comes through on the portal, and they are able to hold here as they are now using that portal to retake once more, owning the space, finding.
Honestly, if Terra doesn't get those 2 kills into the backline, I think that's a way different team fight and scenario happening. Because as that res play happened, Terra killed 2.
I thought it was going to be a struggle on the.
I thought Dreamland was going to actually kind of force him into that like that retake on the far corner. Not here.
Lacking the healing. And now
Terra's just crazy.
Yeah, Terra's great, but every time I see Terra play, Terra gets a lot of picks.
And right now, I mean, it's looking
a lot of first picks, which is so important.
Human Torch, because he'll do things like that with his Vanguard.
Oh, but Stinker's swapped up here to Star-Lord.
No one falls there from the Eye of Agamotto up in the sky. Stinker's just trying to get this all quickly. 75% looking directly at the
wait a second. Almost gets Terra there. Yeah, huge pick.
Do get Terra.
Playing for the res now. There's the elves. They're going to all get res.
Yeah, they're all just feeding now to die.
I mean, they're getting the picks, though. I feel like...
Wait, the Venom ult doesn't go off.
The question is, can they maintain this position?
They only got res 65 times right there, so they should be...
But out we go with the Galactic Legend from Stinkers, and that's going to burn that Sia quickly. A ton of damage out there, almost finding that pick in the sky.
Oh my god.
Find that pick in the sky with Djaliah, and Chuckle's going to have to drop back once more. And this is such, again, a back-and-forth fight, but at this point, Dreamland up 1. The
100 Thieves is still just holding. Like, they're bending, but they don't break.
The invisible boundary as well, and Mace ready
with the Psionic in this next fight.
Yeah.
The last time the Sonic came out for Mace, I believe Terra just sort of waited it out, and they find Mace early while he's popping it.
Oh, the Emma goes down. That's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to reset again here.
That's brutal.
I mean, this is kind of where 100 Thieves ended up at 2 time-wise, so there's a chance for Dreamland to still take this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but these Chuckles.
Poor Chuckles.
Yeah, the neutral picks are the tough ones here. Like,
and they could go early, too. They have Torch ult, they have Strange ult.
Should have enough time for the touch. Alt advantage now back in 100 Thieves.
I mean, yeah, it's tough sometimes, though, when you have to, like, play against Ultimates. Ooh, I love that aggressive play. Doesn't really get anybody, though.
No. I think they forced the Cloak ult, though. So, like, the Cloak ult's just early used. I think you take those.
Take care from Venom? Nope.
No, Chuckles couldn't get him.
It's okay. They kind of got some ult outs, so they can kind of delay a little bit here, but they might just lose some people.
I don't know if they can delay. I think they're just kind of getting cooked right now, literally.
If we're lucky, we'll see more reses. There we go.
Big.
There we go. Oh.
halftime chime, and at this point, it is a dangerous
Unless something
spot for
crazy
Dreamland.
happens here, I think
Cole
this is
coming
a
in here
100 Thieves
shortly from
map.
Valentina.
Yeah, I think
Can
100 Thieves
maintain
takes this
position
too.
for them.
Yeah, it's looking like Terra alive with Vinny is just too much to overcome. And they're not even playing the Luna Snow, for example, for 100 Thieves. They don't even need it. They just want the invis to pull. The
100 Thieves
make sure
pulled it
his
together.
life is miserable. They tie it up.
That was a good hold.
1-1. 100 Thieves
Okay,
win
cool.
on Yggdrasill.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I'll be back in a second, too.
Chat, I gotta go pee. Everybody, I'm gonna
100
pay out your
Thieves.
prediction.
Yeah, being held on that first corner for that long is tough. Granted, both spawns are very long, and it's all about just picks. And
I'll give you more predictions so you can gamble.
Sides, but even in
And then I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go take a pee.
Like
I'll be right back. All right.
Terra
back.
would come in heavy and find a few. Vinny doing the same thing with 10 finals. TTK
Mentioned this is Dreamland's best map, and I think that statistic alone definitely
Good way to
bodes
do it.
well in their favor. But we also
I actually
mentioned
I do need to make
Dreamland
another
doing the
hole.
best
I need to make a hole in
on
my
domination.
bathroom
Same thing
because
with
I have
100 Thieves, and then,
I have the
you know,
bidet
over
now,
to
and there's a
Convoy,
remote.
you'd assume, okay,
So like I want to like
Dreamland
get like hang up the remote.
just because of
Otherwise,
their
you just leave it on the
undefeated
back.
streak on that map type.
So like,
But now we
you know,
head in versus 100 Thieves versus a
Gotta-
map
gotta
that's
hang it up
somewhere.
like you said.
I'm still figuring it out.
Honestly, just based on how the series
Wait,
is
yours?
Figuring it
I
out.
don't know if we can even
Yo,
expect
the
Moondog and
day in
Chamber months for
general.
shit.
matter as
Oh, it
maybe
is
the
a little
sample size is
spooky.
not large enough.
It's I just don't know how to use it correctly yet, so it's an experience for me currently.
Oh no, I don't think it gets better. I don't know if it gets better, right?
Dive
Yeah.
into, so it is tricky, but again,
Because I've had the same learning curve.
Yeah, it's not doing what I think it's supposed to do, and
I wouldn't have it any
so
other way if I
it's-
were on that team in that moment. So
it's probably a
curious to
user
see
error.
what they will run, but you know,
Well, that's what I was thinking
in terms
too,
of
but
bans, you mentioned in
I don't know if it
essentially
is.
in our break there talking about that.
I mean,
torch
Lonnie
was a
said
big
she's
problem.
perfected it,
That's
so
gotta go. What do you
I-
think?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think taking a page.
I think it's user error
not
at this
that bad because you
Well-
know, we talked about Envy, you know, winning that series because
Okay,
you know the
fair.
Sentinels ban phase
Yeah, I'll
was
see about
again
that.
it kind of stuck
You know
to the
exactly
same
what kind of curtain rods I talked
sort
about.
of
You have them,
path.
yeah. They're just good to have. It's
And
just a
that could
nice
definitely not
option
bode well
until you
moving
get like
forward as we
permanent
see
ones or
another
whatever.
prioritization of the
What's up,
Emma Frost
Brave?
ban coming out from Dreamland. I just want them to mix it up a little bit, and I think this is a solid start. Getting rid of keeping Ultron in it. We haven't seen Ultron really be too heavily
ready.
prioritized for the squad just yet.
And like I
It's
said,
been
after this
Jeff,
one,
so
I
they've been
gotta-
going
I gotta
ban
get
Jeff,
some
protect Jeff.
Yeah, I feel that.
hasn't worked
I might
out,
do
but
the same
changing
thing,
it up,
honestly.
That's a good start. The biggest problem I think if
be
we
back
take
at
a
it again
look
tomorrow
back at
night?
that Envy series was, I think that Envy honestly that was probably the best ban phase you could do.
But I see the
and they
value of it
still
today. Like after
won,
like
right?
if I get
Envy
that,
did.
if I figure it
So,
out, it's
really,
gonna be a
I think
good
you have to
upgrade.
kind of go for specific targets, going for
gotta
backline,
figure it
going for
out.
vanguards or something, and then if they beat you, all you can really do is tip your hat as the other team kind of just outplayed expectations.
Agreed. I mean, we talk about how important ban phase is, and you can quote unquote lose in the ban phase, but it still comes down to these fights. And if you are more coordinated, and if you are, it's really down to neutral picks, coordination of ultimates, not overcommitting,
figuring
and
out
combination
how
of
to
ultimates.
use it
And if
today
you can
correctly.
do those four things very well, despite the picks and bans, you should come out on top. But very much so, the picks and bans can come into influence and shift those scales just a little bit. But yeah, we are
Ooh,
going to see the
a
Mantis
strange ban.
and goodbye.
Or, sorry, strange
there to
save.
Emma again. Same decision
Yep.
there for Dreamland to remove that Emma.
And then the Ultron save. So
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
the Mantis has been a constant for 100 Thieves. They go for the Magneto ban this time around. So
they
they're trying
switched
to
the
ban out
colors
some
of the
of
team. You've
vanguards,
lost the
front
ability to
line.
follow the plot.
You know, at least not targeting Vinny's hero pool.
I feel
We're
that.
seeing him on the dive characters at the current moment. Maybe trying to target.
I wish there was just a way to,
TTK.
like,
We had the Doctor Strange
set
protect
team
as well,
colors
which
for
is unique
teams,
this map type.
so
They
that way
keep
you can
the
always know
torch
what
for
team's
100
playing each
Thieves
other or
too.
something.
And that's the worry, is that you get to give the torch to Djalia. But on the opposite side, Shiv, you banned out Invisible Woman, you banned out the Mantis, you banned out the Luna Snow, all
their
characters that
bans
can
are.
sort of protect that torch besides Ultron.
Yeah, agreed. I think Ultron helps. It looks like now, they are going to be able
MSC,
to run.
smart.
They can have that invis if they need. They banned it out for the side of Dreamland, not allowing that, as Valentina is a very strong invis, but instead likely going to be running that Luna that does escape. Oh no, actually Luna doesn't escape through here too. Very much a strategist line removal here from 100 Thieves.
All right, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They prioritize that Luna for Dreamland side. You know, they
I love how you were talking about earlier, like,
a ton of it too. So
last thing you watched
was
was a bunch of support bans, and like now it's a bunch of support bans again. But
Yep.
the other games weren't like this before that.
If they put
Well, I did watch Dreamland.
Namor, I mean, that was
So,
definitely a
I
sight
think
to
that
behold
Dreamland has
previously
this,
from
like,
them, but
I don't know.
100
I
Thieves, same
I
thing,
watched them
Shiv.
last week,
If
and they were
you
doing
let
very
Terra
similar
play
bands. So
Torch,
I'm
I
just
think that
maybe
we
just
kind of know
they
how
like to do
things
that.
go.
I know 100 Thieves is
But
doing it
anything's
too,
possible
so it's
for
like,
Dreamland on their attack as they start there first.
but not as many. If you look at
Yeah, the
100
raid
Thieves,
boss of
they're
a
only banned
potential
what?
Snowflake,
Mantis?
as well as that team up there with Invis
Yeah.
and
Here we
the
go.
shield is so much to handle on a torch. It puts a lot of difficulties out there. there. We've seen teams, you know, over this tournament try to run, you know, that Hulk Namor team up to help a little bit with Torch in the Sky with that auto-aim squids, and it's found some success in a counter, but it's very difficult when the double pocket is on the top line. But we did see for a moment there, Millennia was showing the Luna and made the switch to Jeff. Not sure where that's going to end up for him, but that could dictate how much of a raid boss the Torch is in the Sky as we set up here in Hall of Djalia.
The variation makes sense. You want to give them the Jeff this time around. It's on map number 3. You're at least tied up 1-1. You have some room to experiment. Let's see how good 100 Thieves with that Jeff comp
like a 45-minute map.
Potentially if they want to play it. But the bigger story is they're still giving Terra that Torch the current moment, and he's going to have to make them pay if 100 Thieves want to win on a map.
I mean, Terra played very well on Torch last match, so.
Terra just plays good on everything.
Off we go on the high side. Terra again. That Torch, a huge threat. The whole team looking like they're going to try to
chilling up there, really taking much
height here.
Smart decision
but
there.
It is being matched at the moment. And yeah, they're kind of just stalled, unable to make that play. The res beacon being set up, the BRB there. Terra going to play right in front of their face, because why not? You can deal a ton of DOT damage in that little location. And
God, so much damage.
They're collapsing heavy.
Holy.
Early on. Great focus and
they recognized that he was playing main almost by himself.
Yep, he just went right away. Got the res off, so.
Yeah, I believe, was that res on the high ground too? I don't know if Damma's up here with them.
They go ICC, kind of go there and set up the turrets from the flank up there.
But we know that the Namor teams love to take the top right angle shiv and set up their Namor.
Venom?
Yeah, and exactly.
Holy crap.
He's gonna Z.
No, I know, but it was just like, damn.
Yeah, he waited a long time.
You're holding as long as possible, I get it. I just sometimes it can be that unlucky extra burst damage you don't expect.
Yo. Hey, thank you for the 3 months. Things continue to get better.
Selection later on if need be. Stinkers gonna find
Stinkers, big ol'.
Keep this space and own it. Yeah. Right now, Jeff is essentially out and ready, and the
what a save with those bubbles.
There. Good patience.
Holy crap.
Ready for that cooldown.
Get the res off.
Jeff is the priority.
Huge
though,
kill.
So they immediately pop the res on that engage. Zelena also finds Gibbery, and with that, actually Stinkers just finds 2-3 tridents in the face of 100
Well, that's that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very strong. Haven't seen it a lot, at least in our matchups here. But
Dreamland takes the first
Namor
point pretty cleanly. And this is one of their best maps, apparently, so we'll see.
4 minutes, 38 on here, but we have seen teams push through point 1.
We will see.
Maurice tweets. No, I don't typically look at Twitter.
Similar to what we saw in Yggdrasill, a defensible position for the defense.
Yeah, Terra's going to go over to Phoenix as well, finding his opportunities not really there, not showing themselves because of the bubbles from the Hulk. Also, the fact that you're against one of the most evasive lineups ever, right? With the Rocket, with the Ultron, with the Jeff. On the right side, too. Right now, 100 Thieves are split. Vinny's trying to at least maybe dislodge this push, but at the moment, Dreamland's actually played this Namor comp very clinical, pretty much to a T.
It's kind of like a poke comp, where you just off-angle with the turrets and then...
You just try to solo whale him and just whiffed.
Heck it, why not though, you know?
Is going to have that pocket Ultron at all times. And
along with this playstyle, they've legitimately surrounded them. They try to flip it, but they just like...
As Terra goes down now,
that was perfect.
Over to Phoenix as discussed. Harvey falls from Chuckles and Dreamland.
I mean, they're just going to get the kills here. They're staggering at this point. Correct. Like, yeah, I was going to say, like, there's no...
As is indicated by the record.
That was huge. I mean, obviously the spawns
I think in previous weeks you've seen teams ban out the Hulk, we ban out like Chuckles' hero pool.
Ready.
And yeah, he's definitely one of the better Hulk players in the game at the current moment, alongside Impunity and, you know, some of the other names at the top for sure. The current moment, Dreamland sitting up on the high ground though, and they did use some ults in the previous one. 100 Thieves still banking up their own, but they are missing full straddles and their...
We dodged that.
That was actually sick.
Position there by Snickers to dodge that at that moment. Chime gonna put a ton of damage out here with the Rage of Ultron.
Snickers playing really well.
Yeah, Snickers doing great.
Chuckles with the pick, and they don't really have the mass res here, so it's just kind of a clean,
very close to point 2 here in
like run through.
And ton of healing out.
Technically use the Jeff ult here if need be. Then what happens with Venom? Venom just dies on heart.
They need it. They're fine.
Yeah. So Delena's going over to the Luna Snow too, by the way, or has been.
They do Jeff ult.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, plenty of time to build ultimates anyway, so like, why not?
Gibbery just eats up his own teammates for a second.
Guarantee it.
I wouldn't mind
you never know. I've seen so many retakes.
Dreamland's backline is not
I guess.
at the current
I
moment.
don't know if that was... Yeah, probably want that back, but it's alright.
Oh, of course, that's not one of those hindsights of like, yeah. But I get the vision.
But it's the strategist player and the former duelist
Hulk
player
ulting and their spawn is... some.
I don't know if we've seen that from this team yet. I can't tell if
that's
that
the way
is a
to go back to spawn is Hulk. That's for sure.
in this moment.
Yeah. Interesting couple ults right there.
And the switch up in composition as it is clearly working.
I mean, 100 Thieves is so good at capitalizing and stuff like that. They just understand like now is the time to W key.
Really good push here by Dreamland, who do have a couple ults available, 3 ready for the side of 100 Thieves.
It sort of builds off of what you mentioned earlier, Shib, where 100 Thieves have mentioned they're still working on their triple compositions.
Oh, they're swapping.
And at the moment, you know,
oh, that explains
their
it.
solution to not
I guess
that does make sense. Yeah.
Triple solo duelist is just.
All right, here we go. Interesting some ultimates coming. Sneakers with another huge pick again.
Pick from Sneakers.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of teams hold this exact corner here. Like it's like this is like a new hole.
Yeah, because it gives you multiple fights.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of teams would just give it up and you end up having that big battle in the middle, but then you just don't have any control. So Stickers again. I mean, any pick here is huge.
Yeah. Wait, I just realized 100 Thieves is backwards right now. They've got Djalia on Luna and got Malenia on Star-Lord.
That could have been maybe made a swap at one point and then just not making. I have no idea. I'm not gonna act like I know.
Yeah, I think it's like literally like because they were playing triple support for a bit. Like they needed to swap, but they had ult and they just couldn't like. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't like give up the ult charge, but they need to swap to comp. So it's like fuck it.
You don't want to throw away the Star-Lord ult.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. You take it. You got it.
Oh, maybe they could have thrown it away.
Yeah.
Chime has 2.
Is now able to be matched twice. Terra gonna find Valentina. Chime takes out Harvey. Terra again onto Mace here on this Phoenix, looking insane.
Survives that, but leaves a group back there.
Footing back the way it had it before, and they are.
It's not that they have the Luna ult. They still can't swap. I guess they're role swapped for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're just stuck. Yeah. That's the I'll swap after my ultimate classic, and then you build 63% on your next ult.
As they walk back and try to find a few more.
And you're like, well, if I switch, I guess in Rivals, you know, you get your ult charge back to what, 50, so it's like...
I mean, how often these players are probably playing in ranked, they're probably playing everything, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's usually how it is. There by TTK in the back line, pressing into
they get the Hulk ult out. Last time they Hulk ulted, it did not go as planned.
I don't think this one's going to plan either, actually.
Yep, that looks like a, yep, that was quick. Doesn't get anybody with that, good timing.
Force the cloak ult, though.
Yeah, force a couple ults out. Dreamland has nothing right now outside of the cloak and dagger they use, so, like, oh, what a Druid ult.
That's
It's
big.
ended up being a solid hold by 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
At halftime here, I'm going to close up the sponsored part of it. So
Okay, I'll do the same.
Even ult in this next fight, actually slightly up as Mace needs to grow there and Chime does have it. So 100 Thieves doing a great job in these rotations.
It's been a good third point for 100 Thieves. Terrible start, really good finish so far.
I'm just more impressed that they're off-rolling and still doing so well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's in Rivals, like you said, like it's almost a requirement. You have to do that.
Yeah.
You can switch to pretty much anything. You know? Can't really hard focus on one thing sometimes.
Chuckles just keeping eyes forward does make that
I mean,
enough
you have
there.
to.
No
Nice
more
have
of that
to.
team up as Millennia is gonna find one with some focus from Djalia, who is on that Luna as discussed, getting picked still.
I mean, technically, honestly, when you're on Luna, that's you can hit the
What does
shots
Splunk
anyway.
mean?
It's like,
Yo, thank you for the 26 months. Hey, happy for you. That's W. Hey, giant W milk and cookies. Holy. That's fire.
Oh.
Is ready here with the end song and Djalia with the dance floor.
It's basically going to come down to this last team fight here.
Saw someone get kidnapped.
Comes out from Sneakers at the very least, but
and then just gone.
That dance floor you mentioned coming out from them, they slow it down. Sonic Seduction coming out from Dreamland.
Some ultimates coming out.
Sonic is out right now.
All right, does some
Force the
damage.
Jeff
Gets a
ult.
kill on the back line. Holy crap, Millennia is apparently also a Star-Lord player.
Yep.
Very terrifying to go in.
Even team fight here, though.
Yo,
Looks like Wolverine's
thank
going to
you
go
guys.
down, though.
Appreciate the 18
Now you
months
can just
as
go
well.
with the ult right here on
From
point, I was gonna
Narnia?
say. Yep, that was a good ult. Holy crap. I think
Catching
that's gonna be a
two
hold
of
so
them
far.
from there is crazy.
I think that's going to be the... Unless there's a... Yeah, they're trying to TP.
Yeah, they got a portal.
They're TPing, it looks like.
As they do, Chime buys them enough time to get in here for OT. But Millennia playing
Wolverine went there and just fell over in half a second.
Did you hear that?
Gonna find 2 more. Gonna spin to win.
What, that sound? That was me.
That was you?
I went... That's what you're talking about.
No, it was like
Sound like an
almost.
elephant?
You know the
Oh,
the
yeah,
best DPS
maybe.
players,
Yeah,
the
that
best
was
duelist
nice.
players sometimes
okay.
are the best
One second.
strategist players too, right?
That's what we saw for them.
How many times you mentioned like the clap came
No
through
shit.
from Delena,
No shit.
finds the pick
All right,
off.
crap. We can close this out. Chat. This section of the stream, by the way, was sponsored by Marvel Rivals. Thanks so much, Marvel Rivals, for sponsoring this section of the stream. Want to check out Marvel Rivals Ignite? You can do Command Marvel Rivals. Or clicking the link that's on the chat. Obviously, also you can pick up the game. But I'm assuming most people that are probably here are probably either playing the game or played it before. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring this section where we hang out and watch some games. It's always a fun time to hang out and watch some of these matches. So thank you, Rouse, for sponsoring this section. But that is the end officially of the sponsored section. W Rivals, appreciate you. Alright. Yeah, you can take all the sponsored stuff down if you want. We'll finish out this game, chat, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna be real with you. I still gotta take him out, and I want to get dinner, and I want to be up for the new season tomorrow.
It's all about if they can win one big fight, and he gets that off successfully. But we'll see if that comes through. Maybe we'll see an early portal play here again, bringing us back to some of those older strategies.
And they're putting Gibbery over to that Jeff too, by the way. So switching off of Chime on the Gibbery for that hero.
I just finished mine too.
Is the change up that
I figured just do that 'cause I'm gonna hop off real quick.
Yeah, me too. I'm so tired.
Aren't necessarily playing what we expected, right?
I'm not even tired.
From Dreamland and
Oh, I'm tired. My eyes are on fire, and
alongside having,
I still gotta get food, and I gotta take him out too.
We'll see on this defense how it works out.
That makes sense.
And we'll start
Yeah,
once more. Terra
I'll probably be up
on
for like an
the
hour and a
high
half,
side.
but
Again,
the quicker I get started, the better.
Yeah.
Make sure you're taking that advice into ladder. I promise you it will help you into this
Ooh,
team up.
Terra. Holy crap.
Immediately. This is
Terra just doesn't miss. I also get more tired on days where I do a bunch of driving, you know?
Yeah, it's just when I'm on my routine, it's very different.
Yep.
I get very like, I just get, I don't know, I gotta explain it.
Already available here for TTK is going to try to expel that dark magic on the front line. Not going to get too much value, and here goes the tackle right onto Terra.
The Eagles are really going to lose to the Giants. What's the score now?
Terra finds Mace. Dealing a ton of damage.
Terra's just getting pick after pick. It's just going to be a matter of not trading out.
Focusing now heavy onto Stinkers, who takes that height, deals a ton of damage, and down goes Shine.
TTK does so much damage.
Through this portal early on, making a huge play, and might
kills the Phoenix ult or the rock out right away. Smart.
That is available.
That should just be the play.
And that should be enough for them to get this point. It is.
Steamrolled it.
Back to Terra. I mean, finding the pick off on
17 in the fourth. Yeah, I'll probably put the game on after and just see where they're at.
They lose all their damage. He also has to come back onto Doctor Strange, even though they get those grabs and have everybody there. Where's the damage, right? Stinkers is pretty much the solo king of the comp, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough losing him that early. He thought, I believe, they maybe had the resurrect. Valentino was playing Rocket Raccoon. Maybe with the BRB he would come back, but maybe Vinny found that BRB early. It doesn't show up in the KO feed, or the BRB was too far away from where Stinkers went down. It's a tough situation to be in, considering that was the saving grace for Dreamland, is if Stinkers got
damage output.
Yeah, 100 Thieves took that attack personally. They do have 4 ults available. Dreamland will be close to match.
They have a lot of ults. I mean, both teams have a lot of ults. We might see a really aggressive
advantage. It's all about this fight now.
Yeah.
A ton of hues.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're probably going to kite this.
Holy crap, there it is. Oh, there's so much happening.
I'm just going to go eat nothing? Smart.
Okay.
I love when Jeffs do that now, where they ult for their team for the heals, and then they go in the corner and
Dreamland
go ult
does
nothing.
get the kills, so slows it down a little bit here. Ooh, huge ult by TTK. What the?
You know, that honestly, I've been asking that for so long. It's like, why didn't Jeffs do that more often?
That was sick. I thought that was going the
I
other
just
way
realized
there.
I was talking to myself the whole time, but you answered me twice.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was talking about how the Jeff ulted and then went to the corner and then ulted nothing, and you know, I've been questioning. I've been like, why don't more Jeffs do that? Because like Jeffs always die when they go for the eat, but the ult is useful. So like, just go in the corner more often. I'm glad to finally start seeing it.
Yeah, sometimes there's that like, I call them voice line ults, where they get a lot of value for doing nothing. And sometimes it's okay not to get full value in ultimate if it means that like it distracts the other team enough, or does something that forces out a cooldown.
Goes Millennia once more to try to escape. Jabori's ready with that. It's Jeff, and it is available. Chuckles as well on the Hulk.
TTK has another strange ult.
I just saw that. That's huge.
Valentina forces out that cloak, which is a cooldown that can very much stop.
Damn, it's been a good like job by Dreamland though. They can even like Hulk ult this right now if they wanted to like slow this down a little bit more. Gonna get double Jeff ults here.
He's looking for it. It was the waiting for the Emma form to be done.
Yep. There it is. There's the L on point. Oh, huge. Wow.
Hulk just explodes.
Almost. Yep. That was rough.
Is Chuckles still holding on? And then when down goes Chuckles there.
I mean, Dreamland is committing to this. The only problem I see is if they overcommit to this, it might kind of heck up their third, but I get it.
Yeah, I think they just wanted time because 4 minutes for third is a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you think about it, I think 100 Thieves had 4 minutes and like 10 seconds to hold third, so it's not an impossible feat.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I would honestly, I'd probably go for it.
Yep. Dreamland, this is the scariest spot you could be in, right? Yeah, going against the 100 Thieves, who now swap Millennia back over to that Luna Snow.
All right, here we go.
He's on that 2-2-2 against your 2-2-2, right? But except you have the Jeff alongside the Cloaking Dagger, just using a bunch of main healing, not having the Invisible Woman out like 100 Thieves does, who can constantly set up things with that Force Physics and shut down Stinkers, in this case, on that Wolverine.
Yeah, and there are some switches.
Holy crap.
What a tackle.
That was sick.
Sky. Are you kidding me?
That was pretty sick, actually.
That's a good way to start the hole.
Warlock after that tackle. What a play there by Stinkers.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I feel like
I mean, hey, 2 minutes 55 left.
Definitely a good hero, and I'm a little worried, I think, for 100 Thieves side to not play it. But I mean,
see what happens.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, Stinkers, huge pull out of the sky, comes up. It's that grab. He's done it before too. Now in this upcoming fight, 2 minutes 50 seconds left in the clock. Right, we do have a striking presence from Vinny. 100 Thieves pretty much have won most of the time when they have this combination of him and Terra.
They won't have any support ults yet. This is an early brutal.
It's gonna get Terra ulted, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I guess they have Jeff.
Also has Ayamoto to follow this up.
Oh, yeah,
he hit the roof.
Holy crap.
Wait, he hit the roof.
Yep, that's what it looked like. Gets the ultimate in there. Might be able to follow up on a kill. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, still trading out. They get two. Gonna basically force out the rest of the other ultimates, right? Terror's gonna back away, and looks like they're gonna be able to get the kill. Yeah. They're starting to snowball them like forward with the cart too, so they might go for these kills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yep. Doesn't survive that though. Trying to pop that. So
might be able to CP back. Actually, no, they don't have. They have Strange's already in.
Yeah, might see the aggressive Strange ult though, because they're gonna have to run to the point anyway. So it's like
Stinker's also gonna come back onto Psylocke as well.
They're probably just waiting for that right time and
can't even portal because TTK was still alive on Dr. Strange. So Terra's not.
Might be waiting for him to come back too.
Wow, this is insane.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, they use the green. Oh yeah, it's GR.
That might be it.
That's the good night right there.
Damn. Well,
huge.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off pretty soon.
All right, buddy. That was fun. GG's though.
Probably see you tomorrow unless you're tired. So.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll see you later.
2-1 lead now for the squad. Dr. Strange gameplay has led this team.
All right, chat.
And it seems to be doing again.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm exhausted. There is one more, but there's probably another match in that